I am on my way to look at a 48-foot catamaran.
He says this is the house bank, but these are starting values.
There's some
Not so great. Didn't get to complete our survey.
There's ups and downs. The engines are no good.
Just done. I know what you're probably thinking. That doesn't look like the Bahamas. But trust me, this is one of those stories that to go forwards, you have to go backwards a little bit. So I am going to take you back to North Carolina, where we did our boat survey. Well, tried to, I guess. Our names are Sarah and Dan, and we have been living off-grid part-time since 2020 in our 1985 Swiss military truck named Helga. In an effort to escape the New England winters, we drove Helga all the way down the east coast to Florida, where we learned to kiteboard. Unfortunately, there was a cold front that came through, and we ended up wearing all of our winter clothes from where we left on the beach for the entire time. After that trip, we had one goal in mind: kiteboard somewhere that we didn't need a wetsuit. That trip to the Bahamas was life-changing. It was all we could think about, and all we wanted to do was just get back there. After following a few of our friends in their sailing channels, we thought, we've been living off-grid in a land vehicle. Why not try a sailboat and go all the way to the Bahamas?
So I found this super unique Roger Simpson sailing catamaran online. Something I had never seen before. It had a hard top, a completely enclosed cockpit, and I thought to myself, this would be absolutely perfect for our Bahamas adventure. Although it wasn't completely set up for off-grid living, with some small modifications, we would easily be able to live off this boat.
The survey was off to a great start. The sun was shining, the wind was in my hair, and I was thinking to myself, I could get used to this.
Meanwhile, I was following the surveyor around, having a very different experience. If you've ever tried to buy a boat, you know boat listings are never what they seem.
On the way to get hauled out, you can say there were some issues, which led to us having to turn around and go all the way back to the dock, hop on a plane, and fly all the way back to New Hampshire without completing our survey. Our surveyor took some samples of our engines and sent them out, which is how we found out.
The engines are no good.
Feeling stressed, discouraged, and the hint of my arch nemesis around the corner, winter. We decided to book a trip to the Bahamas to remember why we started this mess.
Get older. Bahamas.
I've got a lovely bunch of coconuts. There they are a-standing in a row.
We knew we were on our way kiteboarding, but what we didn't know is that we were about to meet someone that would change our path forever. This is Jerry.
He spent 20 years in one day saving lives as a Coast Guard rescue swimmer. He's a water survival expert, a captain, a dive master, and a writer on a remote island in the Bahamas. Welcome to his front porch.
So there we were, hanging out, swapping stories, trading laughs, and sipping lemonade, when Jerry says to us, "You guys want to take a Jeep ride?" You bet your ass I do. Before I knew it, we were off, with no idea where we were headed. A few minutes down the road, we started telling him about our latest boat failure and our grand plan to make it to the Bahamas. It seemed like we were just going for a joyride, but then he looked at me and smiled. And in that moment, I could tell he had an idea.
Jerry turned around and asked if we wanted to stop at some vacant land and check it out. We thought, hey, what do we have to lose? Jerry pulled over on the side of a bumpy dirt road with bushes and nothing really around and said, "You guys have to check out this spot. It's for sale and the view is incredible." Now, we've only known Jerry for a few minutes, but I trust him wholeheartedly, so I said, let's bushwhack through this trail and get to that view.
Pushing through the bushes, my heart began to race as the beautiful blue water came into view. As I got closer, I saw one of the most beautiful beaches I'd ever seen in my entire life. That's when I turned to Jerry and said, "How much is this place?"
And when he spit out that number, I spun around so fast and looked Dan dead in the eyes because it was the exact same cost as the sailboat. And then we decided maybe we don't really want a boat. Maybe what we really want is to buy some land. And there's some beautiful spots on this island. So, without further ado, just want to show you our new property.
If you want to watch two people who have no idea what they're doing build a home in the Bahamas, subscribe.
That way, you'll be the first to know when we share how to buy land in the Bahamas. Stay tuned, and thanks for watching.